Hi, it's good morning, good day. This is the African Crypto Warlord show. Today we're going to be looking at a long-term analysis for BTC USDT. I've got the 21-day, the 14-day, the 7-day, and 3-day, 24 hours, and then some intraday targets as well. So key factors that we're going to be looking at is the 21-day, the direction of volatility, and our 7-day. Alright, now the direction of volatility on the 21-day is up, and generally what is keeping it up, and if the volatility keeps on expanding, even though the first little hiccup keeps on expanding, which is highly unlikely to keep PC positively correlated, but the target would now initially be $38,000. Alright, so that usually only comes when we have DLP go green. As you can see, when it's green, it's green, it's quite green, and when it is red, it's red. Alright, so we need to have that green. So you're going to look for things that will keep it above $21,536. Now, the general targets for BTC again is 14,538. The mean is 19, so just call it 20k on the dot, and the upside outlier is 25,355. So I've been expecting maybe a last chaos wick to the upside and then a mean reversion phase, but we're going to use the lower term time frames to figure out what is going on. So this is the 14-day. What we can see here is that it's currently sideways. Volatility is saying sideways, okay, and that's not bad, because if it's sideways above this orange line, you can look for continuation to just call it 28 grand, all right, $28,000, and this target is 30 grand. All right, if it stays sideways above the orange line, furthermore, if it stays above 22502 until the next 14-day print, you can expect an initial drive for positive drift, maybe a quick wick into this region to test if there's buyers here, or test how much buying power there is, and continuation through. General idea is if you fail this orange, you're going to go test this at $18,500. Now we're going to start using the 7-day. So I'll put a link up here in the top right, or wherever my hand is pointing, so that you can see these distribution cones. Okay, so what can we monitor here? The mean from 26th of March on the 7 days, the last time all of these guys flashed in a row. Otherwise I haven't flashed in a row. Even here there is a flash, but I like perfect model because this has broken my model. So I have rules, and the mean reversion point is 44,324. We're currently hit the level at $23,569. So let's get surgical from the 7-day. The general idea being is if it fails here, okay, if it starts to fail these regions, you're going to look for a pullback into here, because we have 2 targets, maybe 3. If it fails this region, this is the initial side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some horizontal lines. All right, don't mind those are other time frames. Extended line. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll just do that one. So we're looking for that level, we're looking for that level. Our point of contention is here, and this is the level that BTC needs to break. Alright, we'll switch everything off. So we can see 17k is in the books, 17,117, 19k pretty much, $19,500, and for trend continuation out of here, yeah, it has to start closing about 23422. These are mean reversion points, and what I mean by that on those indicators is this is areas of liquidity, those exact numbers. Okay, so that's the 7-day PB cone. Alright, as you can see, they're lining up, and we'll just put some more probability and stats on there. So when these two cross, will give me the signal that you're looking for a pullback in to test this level. Alright, now we're going to go look at the 3-day. So with the 3-day, what we can see is that same previous target is coming up at $23,500. Needs to start closing above the orange line, or $23,600, to look for continuation to the upside. Otherwise, you're just going to get skimmed over here. And as soon as it fails, yeah, it's pretty much starting to fail now. As soon as it starts to fail below this thing, maybe for another one candle, this candle close, and if the next one doesn't close above the red line, I'd look for continuation back down to 19,875. Furthermore, those targets, again, there's some more down here at 17,87. Right, 3 days very powerful. What would I look for? I would wait for this orange line to come into line with 17,840, and then I would expect a full retracement, even if BTC is maybe to the upside of this orange thing, not to that level, but a full retracement back to this mean, or furthermore wherever this orange line is during the process of this. So we'll wait. Let's just guess it keeps the angle. So 18th of Feb to the 21st of Feb, there will be answers for this level. All right, so that's on the 3-day. What can we see here? This, oh, let me get the volatility analysis done as well on the 3-day. All right, oh, come on, go away. There, I clicked you. Come on. All right, contraction positively correlated. That's what's currently keeping this market above the orange line over here on the far left. I'll switch it on the far right as well so you can see. Not necessarily keeping it above, but trying to keep it above. So that's saying positive drift is in, which means this mean reversion is taking a long time, which would mean, hold up, there could be hidden bull divs hiding on the lower term time frames. So let's go look for that. 24 hour, I don't know why you are glitching, not doing your normal reload. Alright, can we get the volatility analysis on it? Yes, we can. Contraction positively correlated. So general idea, close below. Why is this taking forever now? Close below ultimate power mean and look for continuation down. So any closes below here is going to keep on making this stronger. Even though this is a yellow candle, it will be looking for a new trend. So contraction into an expansion phase down. As you can see on the 24 hour, here's the daily mean. Right, our reverse side is 22,167. That's so a lot of retail will panic, is pretty much at these points. They'll get in or get out. So they'll get very bullish there, or get very bearish here. When it's rather too late, you should make your decision at the means, pretty much all coming into the mean or going into the mean. Anyway, that's just a waffle. But what we can see here is candle closes above JMA can give it a mean reversion to the upside. The initial target would want to be 23, we'll call it 500. That's come up. Alright, so we know that that's wanting to play through. This is the 12 hour. Alright, and why have I got this put up here? Is because the last time the 12 hours volatility was all zero, or given for the same matter of fact, hasn't been either all red. This tells me that with positive drift, the mean currently is at 17,698. But it broke the model here on the 12th of January. And we haven't had anything to say that this model is not of use. I just don't have 36,000 Laplace distribution bands, right? But what it does tell me is that because this hasn't flashed, this mean is still in play. Alright, so we go look for levels that match up with 17,699, right? $17,696. And we can do this by throwing on some other tools. Okay, so this trend is now starting to come into the model. What's happening? Shit's starting to get out of a hell of a lot confusing. Alright, that my hull has come through and checked the top at 14 hours. Let's make that right. 14 hours, kept it in the model. So I can see that this math is starting to come back into play. Alright, so I need to look for other math to confirm those levels. I'm not being bearish until we start closing 6 hour candles below $22,597. Alright, start failing here, it gets easy to put in bear div because it has to come and break through the means, and these guys, when they come back for the retracement, alright, it gets quite hard. But this is the last moment to save it. Those 17k targets, that's when candles start closing below, let's say 28 grand in the due time. 6 hour mean reversion to the downside on RO, which pretty much says it gets triggered if price action closes below $23,000. and $93. Then you can expect the RO to want to push to the downside, and these guys to also extend negatively correlated, which will push it out of these orange bands that you see. Now, expansion to the upside is going to be quite short-lived. Okay, now that we're here on the 3 hour, let me do this so we can go and see our new monthly target. Alright, reverse wave trend off. This is our weekly. We've come up, we haven't smoked it yet. It was out by like $20. Okay, this is our new daily. Now this is BTC's range. Okay, from daily mean, so the new one will sort of print in the same place tomorrow. 1.3% upside. Rah! Alright, a previous weekly mean which hasn't been tested is pretty much 4% to the downside. And then this is the new monthly mean at 8% to the downside at $21,200. Alright, that's the downside mean. The first touch on this mean, its outlier event, is 22,165, which is perfectly in line with our weekly mean at 2,159. That hasn't been touched. So I'm expecting BTC to get weak, alright, and come and test these levels which it hasn't tested yet. There's verification there, and there's verification here. So 22,165, that's 18k, that's 19k, that's 20 grand. So this thing has got a very, very long way to go. Alright, there's the initial target that we're looking at, 22 grand. So it's a 24-hour distribution cone that we're going to have to be watching for 3 hour. Now we're going to get the volatility analysis. If it closes outside here, dump Peru, open that up. Expansion to the upside looking to come through, but the problem is the next best thing for this thing is just hit the contraction phase in volatility, and that moves in positive correlation, ekes it over. If it gets 2 or 3 candles worth of expansion to the upside, you could expect BTC at 23 grand 240. 23 grand 240 is the 23 grand 240 is just below the weekly mean, pretty much. Okay, so that's your range, 1% to the upside. The 90 minute is expanding positively correlated, but it's getting quite trapped up at the daily mean. Its outliers, reverse wave trend, so shit's gonna get quite hectic. But you can maybe expect with the FOMC meeting, I don't know, with the stupid volatility that could come through, as a range to $23,350, and then I would be very polite and say if it's a bad news, 22 grand $155. Let me leave it off at that. I don't think I need to start going into this. As you can see here are ranges. You could just say these are breakout ranges. Starts closing above here, it runs into that mean. Starts closing out here, it runs into these levels. Okay, so we're coming into the FOMC meeting pretty much sitting slap bang in the middle of our daily mean. So I've got about an hour to go for me, and we'll see which side it breaks to. 22935 initial test, I'm sure, and 23227. Either which way on the FOMC meeting, expect the Uno reverse, and either if it goes up, a bull div to try and form here. Alright, that would be the fight to keep it above. If it goes down, expect a bear div to keep it here, to push it back down to the monthly. I hope this was helpful. If it is, please do like and subscribe. African Crypto Warlord out.